Hello, my name's Annika and welcome back to the Sewing Nook. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make two different kinds of baby blankets. A little one that's perfect for cuddling and then a larger one to use as an actual blanket. Alright, to start off on the little blanket, I'm going to cut a bunch of different tags from a bunch of different scrap clothing that I have. Then I'm going to cut two 15 by 15 inch squares from this soft blue material that I have. This is optional, but I decided to add a few little hoops from these 3 different bias tapes. I think it just gives it a little bit more color. Then I'm going to place all those tags on the right side of one of the squares facing inwards, and then place that other square on top of it, right side's facing down. And then I'm going to sew around the entire thing, making sure to leave at least a 4-inch gap. I'm going to trim the edges and clip the corners, then turn it right side out and add the tags that are missing from the opening, and then sew the opening closed. And then my baby blanket is complete. I think this is a great idea for using tags from recycled clothing. For the larger blanket, I'm going to be using this pink dotted material, this ribbon, matching thread, and then a little bit of this blanket that my grandmother used when she was young. I got 1.5 yards of this material, but I started by trimming a little bit of it off and then cutting it down the center. I wanted to add some of my grandmother's blanket to this, so I decided to cut out 2 triangles on only one of the panels that measure 7 by 7 inches, one on the bottom left corner and one on the top right corner. Then I cut 2 triangles from my grandmother's blanket that measured 9 by 9 inches, just in case I needed to make any adjustments. Now that I'm just about ready to sew, I put my thread on and wound a bobbin. I think that matching thread is really important, especially for projects like these. Then I put the longest side of the triangle that I just cut out onto where I cut out the triangle on my blanket and sewed them right sides together. Then I'm going to press that seam open with my new iron that I got recently. It's so much nicer than my old one. After I've pressed all that, this is how it's looking, and now I'm going to place both panels wrong sides together and pin them together. Hindsight, safety pins would have been a better option. Then I'm going to sew it all together kind of like you would a quilt, and I just kind of eyeballed this, but you could measure it out just to make sure it ended up working out, but these are about the lines that I did. After I sewed those, I sewed more going the other way, and I just used the dots as a reference to keep me straight. Once I finished that, I took all the pins out from earlier and pressed my ribbon in half. Then I cut 2 lengths of the shorter edge and pinned it right side together to the top and bottom and sewed it down. Then I folded it over and sewed it down on the other side. Once I did both shorter sides, I did the longer side, except I folded about 1/4 inch of the ribbon towards the wrong side, and then sewed it down, folded it over, and then sewed that down, making sure I did this at the start and finish. After that, my baby blanket was complete. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you so much for watching.